Good morning, one and all. Today's topic is a stable multi vibrator using 555 IC. Today we are going to explaining the block diagram of 555 IC using a 555 IC using a stable multi vibrator using 555 IC, and the next output waveforms, and also the applications and derivation of a stable multi vibrator. Before going to start today's topics, in previous sessions we are completed up 555 IC, introduction about 555 IC, and also pin diagram of 555 IC, block diagram of 555 IC. So 555 IC, the name itself, it consists of 3 phies. 3 phies is nothing but it will be work as voltage divider circuit. Next, the 555 IC, it will be available in package. In package, it will be two structures. One is for DIP. DIP stands for dual inline package, and second is nothing but it also available in metal can package. The metal can package is nothing but it is a circular shape or ring structure. Next, the 555 IC, it consists of 8 pins. The 8 pins are used for various applications. Various applications is nothing but the first pin is used for ground connection. Second pin is used for triggering purpose. Ground connection is nothing but all the negative input voltages are connected to ground. And second pin is the triggering input whenever the input is 1/3 VCC. The triggering input is, the negative input is greater than 1/3 VCC. The output change states from low state to high state. That is nothing but Q bar changes from low state to high state. Next, third pin is output pin, and fourth pin is used for resetting the external pin. Fifth pin is control voltage. Control, whenever we are not using control voltage, the pin is connected by a capacitor through ground, or it will be bypassed by a capacitor through ground. And sixth pin is used for threshold. The threshold voltage is greater than 2/3 VCC. The threshold input voltage is greater than 2/3 VCC. The output, it can change the states from high state to low state. Next, seventh pin is used for discharging. Discharging pin is connected through a capacitor. The eighth pin is used for supply pin. The supply voltage it requires the IC is nothing but it is in the range of 4.5 volts to 15 volts. These are already we are discussed in previous sessions, and also we are discussing the 555 IC applications in previous class. The 555 IC applications, it is used as a timer, and it also supports for multi vibrators. The multi-vibrators names itself is stable multi-vibrator, monostable multi-vibrator, bistable multi-vibrator. It also works in Smith trigger, function generator. The output it supports from LEDs. LED stands for light emitting diodes, tone alarms. Next, clock circuit, frequency generations, means it will be work in oscillator, relaxation oscillator. It also work as a relaxation oscillator. So the main application of 555 IC, or the main working of 555 IC, or it supports for multi vibrators. The 555 IC, it supports for multi vibrator. So in today's class we are discussing about one type of multi vibrator, that is a stable multi vibrator. The multi vibrators are three types. Mainly the multi vibrators is nothing but it will be waveform generators like sine wave. Next, it also generate pulse, square wave, triangular wave. A stable multi vibrator, the name itself is stable. The name itself, it stands for no stable state. A stable monostable multi-vibrator is nothing but it consists of single stable state, one quasi stable state. Quasi stable state is nothing but no stable state. Stable state means constant, stable, constant. Bistable state is nothing but it will be two stable states. One is on off, just like binary ones and zeros, on off condition. A stable is nothing but no stable state generator. No stable state generator, so it continuously varying. The output will be continuously varying. We can also first a stable multi vibrator using 555 IC. First, just now we are discussed about I555 IC, 555 applications. So a stable multi vibrator, now only we are starting. A stable multi vibrator, another name is called free running relaxation oscillator. The main aim of a stable multi vibrator is also used for generation of square wave. It is known as free running. A stable multi vibrator is also known as free running relaxation oscillator. Free running, why we are calling free running relaxation oscillator is nothing but it will be no stable state, means it will be continuously varying. The output will be continuously varying. That's why it is called free running relaxation oscillator. Free running, running means continuously moving. Oscillator is nothing but oscillator is waveform generator. So now we are going to start today's topic is a stable multi vibrator using 555 IC. 555 IC generally we are already know how it can work as a stable multi vibrator. So we also connect 555 timer as a stable multi vibrator to produce a very stable 555 oscillator circuit, and it will be generating highly accurate free running waveforms whose output frequency can be adjusted by means of externally connected RC circuit. RC circuit is nothing but resistor capacitor. RC tank circuit, it consists of two resistors and a capacitor. The two resistors name is R1, R2, and a capacitor is called C1, C2, two capacitors. So a stable multi vibrator is nothing but it is used to generally highly accurate circuit. It providing the output waveform, output frequency can be adjusted by externally connected RC circuits. External connected RC circuits is here. These are the two externally connected RC circuits. R1, R2 is the two resistors. C1, C2 is the capacitor. C1 and C capacitor. So C2 capacitor is the just only C capacitor is used. These are the external components R1, R2 and C. R1, R2 is nothing but R2 resistors. R1 resistor, R2 resistor, and C1 is a capacitor. The two resistors and C is nothing but capacitor is work as RC tank circuit. It will be used to adjusting the external components. The output frequency can be adjusted by using these R1, R2 and C. R1, R2 resistors and C is the capacitor. So this is the block diagram of 555 IC. So by using of 555 IC, we can generate a stable multi vibrator. So here we have 555 stable. First pin 1 will be connected to ground case. Pin 5 will be used for control voltage. Pin 6 is used for threshold voltage, and pin 2 is used normally as a triggering purpose, and pin 7 is used for discharging purpose. Pin 8 is used for supply voltage, and the pin 4 is used for resetting purpose. So first input voltage is just this is the waveforms of a stable multi vibrator. First we are already know the 555 characteristics. The 555 characteristics, the output voltage is whenever the input voltage is greater than 2/3 VCC, it switches from high state to low state. It switches from high state to low state. Whenever the input voltage is greater than 1/3 VCC, it switches from low state to high state. So 2/3 VCC is greater, switches from high to low, or 1/3 VCC is greater than, it will be low to high state. So this is the capacitor voltage and output voltage. The output voltage, the output frequency can be adjusted by using of these two external RC circuit, that is nothing but these two external resistors and one capacitor, that is nothing but C1 capacitor. So first circuit description. In circuit description, the 555 oscillator circuit is connected, just showing above. The pin 2 and pin 6 are connected together, and it will be allowing circuit to re-trigger itself. Each and every cycle is allowing to operate as a free running oscillator. Why we are calling pin 2, pin 6 is nothing but pin 2 is called triggering input and pin 6 is threshold input. By using of pin 2 and pin 6, the output wave will be just varying from one state to another state, or it will be continuously moving in a stable multi vibrator. Whenever pin 2 is nothing but triggering input is greater than 1/3 VCC, so it will be change states from low state to high state, or the threshold input is greater than 2 by 3 VCC, that is nothing but connected to pin 6, and it will be changed the state from high state to low state. So that's why the pin 2 and pin 6 are used to collectively allowing the circuit to re-triggering. Re-triggering is nothing but continuously changes, re-triggering, and each and every cycle operate as a free running oscillator. The stable multi-vibrator name is called free running relaxation oscillator. So during each and every cycle the capacitor will be charges through both driving resistors R1 and R2, but discharging only through resistor R2. So capacitor will be charging by using of through resistors R1 and R2, and it will be discharged through only single resistor, that is nothing but R2. In another side, as the other side, R2 is connected to discharge terminal of pin 7. So discharge terminal of pin 7 is nothing but discharging. Discharging is nothing but just it will be connected to only discharging purpose. This is the block diagram of a stable multivibrator. A stable multivibrator block diagram also, it consists of threshold, triggering, capacitor, discharge, charging pin. So whenever Q is equals to 1, Q bar is equals to 0, the output is high, but it will be discharged transistor is off. The output is high. The output is high, but the discharge transistor is off. Discharge transistor is nothing but it will be discharging through T2 transistor. Next, the pin 7 is discharging transistor, and T1 is connected to junction R1, R2, and power supply VCC is on. External capacitor will be charges from VCC, and R1, R2 is used for charging purpose with a time constant of R1 plus R2 into C. So whenever Q bar is equals to 0, the output is high. It will be changed states from low state to high state. Whenever it will be changing from low state to high state, that is nothing but triggering input value is greater than 1 by 3 VCC. The output will be changed from low to high state. But the discharge transistor is off. It will be only in charging condition, and pin 7 discharging transistor is connected to junction R1 and R2 through a VCC. Discharge capacitor will be connected to R1, R2 through VCC. Next, with a time constant of R1 plus R2 into C. Next, when the voltage across capacitor, it reaches the 2 by 3 VCC. So voltage across the capacitor, it reaches the 2 by 3 VCC. Next, the upper comparator control flip-flop, Q bar is equals to 1. So that is nothing but Q bar is equals to 1 is nothing but this turns discharge capacitor will be is in on condition. Whenever Q bar is equals to 0, discharge capacitor is off condition. Whenever Q bar is equals to 1, discharge capacitor is in on. Discharge transistor is on. That is nothing but it changes states from high state to low state. The input voltage is greater than 2 by 3 VCC. Input voltage is nothing but here the pin 6 input voltage, that is nothing but threshold voltage is greater than 2 by 3 VCC. The upper comparator, it triggers the control flip-flop, or it resets the control flip-flop, and it changes the position from Q bar is equals to 0 to Q bar is equals to 1. That is nothing but it changes the position from high state to low state. This time the discharge capacitor is in on condition. The discharge transistor T1 and the timing capacitor C discharges through the R2. R1, R2 is used for charging of capacitor, and it will be discharged through only R2 resistor. Whenever it will be discharged is nothing but the only condition, the threshold voltage greater than 2 by 3 VCC, the discharge capacitor will be on, and it will be discharged through a resistor of R2. Whenever the triggering input is greater than 1 by 3 VCC, or the negative input is greater than 1 by 3 VCC, the discharging capacitor is off position. That is nothing but transistor is in off condition. Second thing is nothing but it changes the states from low to high state, and it will be charged through R1 R2 resistor, and the time constant is R1 plus R2 into C. Here the discharging is nothing but discharging capacitor, the timing capacitor and it will be discharged through R2 and transistor with a time constant of R2 into C. There is R1 plus R2 into C, here only R2 into C. Discharging time only R2 into C, charging time R1 plus R2. R1, R2 both resistors are used for charging purpose, only R2 is used for discharging purpose. The discharging continues until the capacitor voltage drops across 1 by 3 VCC. Next again 1 by 3 VCC, after 1 by 3 VCC again it will be changed states from low state to high state. That is nothing but again it will be changed from discharging to charging. That is nothing but that discharging only stops, it will be reaches to 1 by 3 VCC, at which the lower comparator changes the causing flip-flop output Q bar go to low, that is nothing but Q bar is equals to 0. This turns discharging transistor T1 capacitor and it will be starts charging again. So just now we are discussing will be only charging condition of 1 by 3 VCC greater and discharging is nothing but 2 by 3 VCC. 1 by 3 VCC greater is nothing but it will be moves from low to high state. Next it will be drops from 2 by 3 VCC, it will be more than 2 by 3 VCC, it will be changed from high to low state. Low to high state the capacitor function is charging by using of R1 plus R2 resistors and discharging through R2 resistor. The capacitor function only charging and discharging. The capacitor is periodically charged and discharged between 2 by 3 VCC and 1 by 3 VCC respectively. So the function of capacitor charging discharging timings will be depends on 2 by 3 to 1 by 3 VCC. This process will be continuous. Continue the process to produce a square wave output. So it will be moves from 1 by 3 VCC to 2 by 3 VCC or 2 by 3 VCC to 1 by 3. 1 by 3 to 2 by 3 it will be changing from low to high. 2 by 3 to 1 by 3 it will be changing from high to low. Next, time period oscillations and frequency formula. So the only block diagram itself, whenever the voltage is greater than 2 by 3 VCC, capacitor will be discharged through a resistor of R2 and it will be charging by a time constant of R1 plus R2 into C and it will be charging from low state to high state. Next, time period and oscillations frequency. The charging time of capacitor is given by when the capacitor is charges up to 2 by 3 VCC, that is nothing but the comparator, upper comparator limit. Here we are using two comparators. One is called upper comparator and another one is called lower comparator. Upper comparator value is the upper comparator is one type of op amp and comparator nothing but it is a type of op amp only. The application of op amp, it works as comparator, integrator, differentiator, summer, subtractor. So here we are using the comparator type of op amp to generate the stable multivibrator. Next, the charging time of capacitor is nothing but the charging time of capacitor after it reaches to 2 by 3 VCC. The upper comparator, this is the limit of upper comparator and it will be determined by upper comparator charging ability. So it will be 0.693 into R1 plus R2 C. R1 plus R2 into C. R1 plus R2 is nothing but time constant, charging time constant R1 plus R2 into C. The discharge time capacitor is nothing but discharging itself it down to 1 by 3 VCC. The lower comparator limit it will be determined by 0.693 into R2 into C. R2 into C is nothing but the discharging capacitor is only R2 and the discharging resistor is only R2 and the charging resistors are both R1 and R2. Here the discharging itself down to 1 by 3 VCC. That is nothing but the lower comparator limit. Lower comparator limit is 1 by 3 VCC and the upper comparator limit is 2 by 3 VCC. 2 by 3 VCC time constant is R1 plus R2 into C. It is nothing but charging position and discharging position is 0.693 into R2 C. R2 is nothing but discharging resistor. Next, the results in the output waveform whose output voltage is approximately equals to VCC. The 1.5 volts of output is on and off time and the periods it will be determined the capacitor. The periods will be determined the capacitor. Next, Discharging the results of output waveform whose voltage levels are approximately equals to VCC. 1 by 1.5 volts, 1.5 volt output whose output is on state and off time. On and off. On state is nothing but capacitor on, and discharging is nothing but half. Then it will be the periods are determined by the capacitor and resistor combinations. Whenever capacitor is charging position, it reaches to the high state, and it will be otherwise it will be discharging, it will be reaches to half condition. Next, the capacitor on and off conditions are depend on the resistors. Resistors is nothing but resistor combinations R1 plus R2 is nothing but the capacitor position is in charging itself. The only R2 resistor is nothing but the capacitor position is discharging. So that is nothing but the resistors are the resistor combinations are used to decide the capacitor changes, capacitor either charging position or discharging position. That is nothing but it will be is in on condition or it will be is in half condition. Next, the individual times required to complete one charge and discharge cycle of output is given as charge and discharging. First, T1 charging position. So it will be T1 is equals to 0.693 into 0 R1 plus R2 of C. Next, discharging T2. T2 is nothing but T2 is discharging through resistor R2 only. So T2 is equals to 0.693 into R2 and C. R2 into C. First one is a 0. Here it will be the charging time of capacitor 0.693 into the capacitor combination will be depends on the two resistors R1 and R2. Second condition T2 is nothing but the discharging 0.693 R2 resistor is used for discharging purpose. R1 R2 combination is used for charging purpose. Next, the value of R is in terms of ohms, resistor is in terms of ohms and capacitor is in farads. Next, when connected in a stable multi-vibrator, the output of the 555 oscillator will continue to identify the charging between charging and discharging between 2/3 VCC and 1/3 VCC until the power supply is removed. So it will be moves on, just it will be moving a stable multi-vibrator work between 2/3 VCC to 1/3 VCC. 2/3 VCC to 1/3 VCC, it will be changing from charging position to discharging position, again discharging to charging continuously until unless we are removing the power supply. When we are removing the power supply, it stops the waveforms, means it stops the generating of waveforms, free running waveforms. Next, the duration of one full timing cycle is equals to sum of two individual times, that is nothing but the capacitor charging and discharging added together is given as D. T is nothing but total duration. The total duration is nothing but it will be depends on the capacitor charging time and it also depends on the capacitor discharging time. Charging time, discharging time, total time period T is equals to T1 T2. T1 just now we are discussing. T1 is equals to 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C. T2 is equals to 0.693 into R2 into C. Just we are commoning the 0.693 and C. Just only we are common the 0.693 and C. First the equation T1 it consists of R1 and R2. Second equation T2 consists of only R2. So that's why we are common 0.693 into C. The only value of R1 plus 2R2. 2R2 is nothing but the R2 one time it will be used in charging time and another time it will be used in discharging. The R2 resistor is used as a charging and discharging. That is nothing but it is 0.693 into R1 plus 2R2 into C. So 2R indicating the charging and discharging. Charging time constant only 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C. Discharging is nothing but 0.693 into R2 into C. Common the 0.693 into C. Then we are getting the R1 plus 2R2. Next, the output frequency of oscillations can be found by inverting equation above the total time time cycle, and the final equation of output frequency of a stable multi-vibrator F is equals to 1 by T. F frequency is equals to 1 by time period. The frequency and time period both are the inversely proportional. So that is nothing but f is equals to 1 by t. The output frequency can be found by inverting equation above the total time cycle by a final equation. Just f by find outing frequency purpose, just inverting f is equals to 1 by t. 1 by 0.693 into r1 plus 2r2 into c is nothing but the value of 1 by 0.693 is nothing but the 1 by 0.693 value is 1.44. 1 by 0.693 is nothing but 1.44. Next r1 plus 2r2 into c. The output value, the final value is nothing but 1 by 1.44 by r1 plus 2r2 into see. The frequency will be is in terms of hertz. If how we can get the frequency is nothing but by we can get the frequency just inverting the 1 by time period. 1 by time period is nothing but 1 by 0.693 into 1 by 0.693 into r1 plus 2r2 into c. 1 by 0.693 is nothing but 1.44 and the value of 1.44 by r1 plus 2r2 into c. So here the stable multi-vibrator depends on the charging and discharging times of capacitor. In charging time, the capacitor will be is in moving from R1 into R1 and R2, and discharging time the capacitor will be moved through a R2 resistance only. The time constant of charging time is nothing but R1 plus R2 into C. The discharging time constant is R2 into C. This is the complete derivation of frequency a stable multi-vibrator. Complete derivation for frequency in a stable multi-vibrator. So it is an optional, just the complete derivation is nothing but it is in equations. First, the voltage across the capacitor is given by Vc is equals to Vcc into 1 by 1 minus e power minus t by Rc. So voltage across the capacitor, Vc is equals to Vcc, supply voltage. Vc stands for here Vc, voltage across capacitor, is equals to Vcc, supply voltage into 1 minus e power minus t by Rc. Next, whenever the time t1, the capacitor will be charged. The circuit is charged from 0 to 2 by 3 Vcc. That is nothing but 2 by 3. First, it will be moving from 0 to 2 by 3 Vcc. 2 by 3 is equals to Vcc into 1 minus e power minus t by 2 by 3 Vcc. Here the 2 by 3 Vcc is equals to, here 2 by 3 Vcc is equals to Vcc into 1 minus e power minus t1 by Rc. First t nothing but t1 first time. Next Vc is nothing but Vc will be changing from 2 by 3 Vcc. Next, applying natural and unnatural logarithmic on both sides. So we are applying, why we are applying natural logarithmic means when we are applying natural logarithmic, the exponential will be cancelled. Natural logarithmic and exponential are inverse. So first we are applying logarithmic, the inverse and logarithmic will be cancelled. So e power exponential and logarithmic will be cancelled. Applying natural logarithmic on both sides, then we get exponential. The exponential term and logarithmic will be cancelled. That is nothing but we get the t1 by Rc is equals to log of 3. That is nothing but 1. T1 by Rc is equals to log of 2 by 3 Vcc is nothing but 1.2098. That is nothing but T1 is equals to 1.098. 2 by 3 means here 2 minus 1, 1 log 1 or 1 by log 1 log 3 is nothing but the value of 1.098. T1 is equals to 1 by log 3 value is 1.098. Here first log Vcc T1 by Rc is equals to 1 value will be changed here to 2 minus 1 1 log 3 is nothing but the value is 1.098. that is nothing but T1 is equals to 1.098 into Rc. At the same time we are also getting the T2. The T2 is nothing but it changed the position from 0 to 1 by 3 Vcc. First from 0 to 2 by 3 Vcc, here it will be changing from 0 to 1 by 3 Vcc, triggering input. 1 by 3 Vcc is equals to Vcc into 1 minus e power T1 by Rc. That is nothing but same Here also we are applying the natural logarithmic on both sides. The natural logarithmic and exponential terms are cancelled. Then next, log of 1 by 3 VCC is equals to VCC into T minus T1 by RC, that is nothing but T2 is equals to 0.45 RC. These are the two same procedures. We are getting T1 here and T2. Next, T is nothing but total time period. The total time period is nothing but, so the time changing from 1 by 3 VCC to 2 by 3 VCC. Next, the total time period is nothing but, the total time period is nothing but T1 minus T2, that is nothing but T1 minus the total time period 0.6993. T1 minus T2 is nothing but 1 by 3 to 2 by 3. Here from 0 to 2 by 3, here from 0 to 1 by 3. In between 1 by 3 to charging from 1 by 3 to 2 by 3 value, then we are getting the TH2. TH is nothing but time period. Time period T1 minus T2 is equals to 1.098 minus 0.405. That's why we are getting the 0.693 RC. Next, R is equals to R1 plus R2. Total time period 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C is nothing but it is the time period of charging section. Next, the output is low. The capacitor will be discharging from 2 by 3 VCC to 1 by 3 VCC. That is nothing but 1 by 3 VCC, 1 by 3 2 by 3 VCC to 1 by 3 VCC. And the capacitor value is 1 by 3 VCC is equals to 2 by 3 VCC into e power minus t by RC. At the same time, we are applying the natural logarithmic. So logarithmic and exponential values are cancelled. T by RC is equals to log 2. The log 2 value is nothing but 0.693. Here 0.693. Next, TL. TL is nothing but R1 is equals to R2 is equals to TL. Total time length TL is equals to 0.693 into R2. So here this is the charging position and this is the discharging position. Charging position we can get from the T1 minus T2, and discharging position is nothing but 1 by 3 VCC, 2 by 3 VCC to 1 by 3 VCC, that is nothing but discharged through R2 resistance. The both R1 and R2 is in charging path. The R2 is only discharging path. TH total time TH is equals to T is equals to TH plus TL, that is nothing but 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C. Next, frequency oscillations is equals to F is equals to 1 by T, that is nothing but 1 by 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C. 2R2 into C, that is nothing but 1 by 0.43 is nothing but 1.443 by R1 plus 2R2 into C. So these is the both are same. This is only the optional complete derivation. Just how we can change, how we can get the 0.693 or how we can get the 1 by R1 plus 2R2. That's why I am going to explain the complete derivation here, the complete derivation of frequency multivibrator. Just how we can get 0.693 is nothing but by doing this derivation, then we can get the 0.693 here 1.098 RC minus 0.405 RC, that nothing but it indicating the value of 0.693 RC. So that is the 0.693, 1 by 0.693 is nothing but 1.44 by R1 plus 2R2 into C. Next, applications of stable multivibrator, where we can use stable multivibrator. The stable multivibrator is used as the wave generator. Mainly it will be used to square wave, or it is also known as wave generator. It is mainly the name of stable multivibrator is free running relaxation oscillator. Next, it is also used in frequency converter, pulse synchronization. Since it produces square wave, so it is the source of production of harmonic frequency of higher frequency order. So it will be the square wave generator. That's why it is the harmonic frequency higher order. It is the source of production of harmonic frequency in the higher order. Harmonic means multiple frequencies. Next, it is used in the construction of voltmeter and SMPS, switching mode power supply. So it is the construction of voltmeters and also switching mode power supplies. Next, duty cycle of a stable multivibrator. The duty cycle of a stable multivibrator. So it will be moved from high state to low state. High state to low state, when it will be changing, the value of trigger threshold voltage is greater than 2 by 3 VCC. It moves from high state to low state. Or the value greater than 1 by 3 VCC, that is nothing but pin 2. Triggering input is greater than 1 by 3 VCC. It moves from low state to high state. So by using of oscillations, it can change states from high to low. A multi-vibrator circuit, it oscillates between high state and a low state, and it producing continuous output high to low. Next, malli again it will be low to high. The based on capacitor charging and discharging position, it will be continuously moving from charging position to discharging position until unless we are removing the power supply. So when we are removing the power supply, the oscillations will be stopped. Stable multivibrators have even 50, generally have even 50%, and duty cycle of 50%. The cycle time is the output. Next, at high state, the 50% of cycle time is the output is half state. So half state and on state. A stable multivibrator, either 50% is in on position, even position, and if it even 50% is in on state and even 50% is in off state. The duty cycle means, duty cycle is the defined as, it is the ratio of time load or a circuit is in on compared to time load or a circuit is off. So the duty cycle sometimes called as a duty factor. Here the duty cycle, 50% duty cycle is nothing but it will be in 50% on state and 50% half state. Next, here same 75% is on state and 25% is half state. It is the opposite, 25% is on and the 75% off. Duty cycle is nothing but it is the ratio of time load or a circuit is on compared with time load or a circuit with off condition. So it is the on and off ratio. On and off ratio, here the 50%, here the 75-25, here 25-75. This is all about a stable multivibrator. A stable multivibrator using 555 IC. So 555 IC definition. Next, a stable multivibrator block diagram by using of 555 IC. Next, pin diagram. There it will be changing from 1 by 3 VCC to 2 by 3 VCC. Here the T1, T2 is nothing but on and off positions. So here duty cycle, T is the total time period. In total time period, it will be moved from the low to high state, again high to low state, high to low, again low to high state. Next, it will be depends on the pin 2, pin 6 nothing but triggering threshold inputs, and it will be charging through a resistors of R1 and R2, and it will be discharged through a resistor of R2. Next, pin 7 is nothing but it will be used in control voltage terminal. Next, upper and lower comparators. Upper and lower comparators, the upper comparator is on whenever the voltage is greater than 2 by 3 VCC, and the lower comparator is on, it will be in the greater than 1 by 3 VCC. The greater than 2 by 3 VCC, the output will be changing from high to low state, or the voltage, negative voltage greater than low 1 by 3 VCC, it will be changed from low to high, output will be. Next, the charging time value will be given as 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C. The R1, R2 is the two resistors. It will be used for timing capacitor charging purpose. Next, R2 resistor is used for discharging purpose. Next, the on and off period. The output waveform is depends on the on and off period. First, T1 is equals to 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C, and T2 is equals to 0.693 into R2 into C. Next, R is in terms of resistors and C is in terms of, R is resistance and the units of resistance is ohms, C is the capacitor and the capacitor unit is in terms of farads. Next, the 555 IC output will be a stable 555 multivibrator will be moving only the between 2 by 3 VCC to the 1 by 3 VCC. So the total time period T is equal. So the T is nothing but it will be calculated between charging and discharging times. That is nothing but T is equals to T1 plus T2. That is nothing but T1 value is nothing but 0.693 into R1 plus R2 into C, and the T2 value 0.693 into R2 into C. That's why we are writing here as T is equals to T1 plus T2 is nothing but 0.693 into R1 plus 2R2 into C. Frequency and time period both are the opposite or it will be inversal. So that is nothing but we are getting the frequency, just we are writing the 1 by T. F is equals to 1 by T. The frequency F is equals to 1 by T is nothing but 1 by 0.693 into R1 plus R2 2R2 into C is nothing but the value of frequency in a stable multivibrator is 1.44 into R1 plus 2R2 R1 by 4.44 by R1 plus 2R2 into C. Next, how we can get the 0.693 purpose? This is the complete derivation. This is the optional of a stable multivibrator. Just only I am going to explain 0.693, how we can get the 0.693 and how we can get 2 by 3 VCC, 1 by 3 VCC, the derivation part. This is the complete derivation part. Here first voltage and 2 by 3 VCC time, 1 by 3 VCC. Next TH, the time charging position TH is nothing but T1 minus T2. R is equals to R1 plus R2. So total time R is equals to R1 plus R2, then charging position R1 plus R2, in discharging position only itself is the R2 into C. Next, T is equals to 0.693 into R1 plus 2 R2 into C. F is equals to same 1.44 by 0.693 plus 1.44 by R1 plus 2 R2 into C. Applications: wave generators, voltage to frequency converters, synchronizations, production of harmonic frequencies at higher order. It is also used in switching mode power supplies, voltmeters. The duty cycle is nothing but it changing the position of the oscillator will be moves from high state to low state, continuously moving from high to low. Again it will be changing from low to high. Duty cycle is nothing but it is the ratio of time load on circuit to compared with time load circuit of off. That is nothing but on position to comparing of on position to off position. Here the 50-50%, that is nothing but on and off positions are same. Here the 75% on time period and 25% off. Here the 25 is on and the 75% is off. This is all about a stable multivibrator using 555 IC. Okay, thank you all.